afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, March 6, 2015. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Maci Ramer. Today's top story. This morning, Eddie Ray Ralph, the man convicted of killing American sniper Chris Kyle and his friend Chad Littlefield, have been transferred from the Erath County Jail. Jail officials said this morning that Ralph was transferred to the Middleton unit in Abilene at 9:30. At Middleton, Ralph will undergo testing before being transported to the Texas State Prison and serve a life term. Ralph's attorney have already filed an appeal in the case. In campus news, 242, a student ministry on campus connected with First Baptist Church in Stephenville, will be embarking on a mission trip to Los Angeles, California today. Around 150 people, including 130 students, are going on the trip. While there, the group will be staying at a host church and will be conducting various kinds of services for each church they visit. These activities include talking to locals about Christianity and construction services for the church. The group will be in Los Angeles until March 14th. In local news, the Stephenville Empire-Tribune reports that the Stephenville Police Department carried out a controlled drug buy on Wednesday afternoon using a cooperating individual. The buy led to the arrest of 42-year-old David James Pankey. In a press release from the police department, the individual who went into a home at the 700 block of East Road at about 4 p.m. bought 3 grams of methamphetamines from Pankey. After the purchase, Pankey was arrested and charged with manufacture and delivery of a controlled substance. Pankey is currently being held at the Erath County Jail. And now, today's Texas, national, and international, and sports news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, the U.S. swim team will be training in San Antonio for 9 days before completing its preparations in Puerto Rico for the 2016 Rio Olympics. The team will train outdoors at Northside Swim Center in San Antonio from July 13th through 21st, 2016. It will be the site of the year's U.S. National Championships in August. After the team breaks camp in San Antonio, it will convene in San Juan, Puerto Rico, leading up to departing for the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. The Puerto Rico dates have yet to be announced. The U.S. swimming team will be chosen at the Olympic trials in Omaha, Nebraska from June 26 to July 3, 2016. U.S. Swimming announced the plans Thursday. In national news, Harrison Ford crash-landed his small vintage airplane at a Los Angeles golf course Thursday, shortly after taking off from a nearby airport and reporting engine problems. People on the ground rushed to his aid, and he was taken by ambulance to a hospital with moderate injuries. The single-engine plane went down at about 2:30 p.m. in LA's Venus area. The pilot was breathing and conscious when he was taken to a hospital, Los Angeles fire officials said. In international news, Liberia released its last Ebola patient, a 58-year-old teacher from a treatment center on Thursday, beginning its countdown to being declared Ebola-free. This release brings Liberia hope after about a year of battling the deadly Ebola virus, which killed more than 4,100 people in the West African country. There are no other confirmed cases of Ebola in the country, and as such, Liberia can begin to count up to 42 days to be declared Ebola-free, in keeping with World Health Organization protocols and standards. All Liberians were challenged to commit themselves to achieving zero Ebola infections by rigidly abiding by the anti-Ebola regulations. In sports, Texas Rangers pitcher Yu Darvish left his spring training debut with tightness in his right triceps on Thursday after pitching a scoreless first inning against the Kansas City Royals in Arizona. Darvish gave up a leadoff single to shortstop Alcides Escobar and retired the next 3 batters he faced. 10 of the 12 pitches thrown were strikes. He then left the game for precautionary reasons. A spokesman for the Rangers said that Darvish would be reevaluated sometime today. Darvish was an all-star pitcher for his first 3 seasons. He was 10-7 with 3.06 ERAs last year before missing most of the last 2 months of the season due to elbow inflammation. Darvish also missed the end of spring training and the start of the last season due to stiffness in his neck. Today's weather. Despite a cool start, we should expect rising temperatures this afternoon. The sun is shining and the snow is melting. Today's high will be 48. Through the next week, we should see more spring-like temperatures. Today's broadcast was produced by Casey Bergen, Dalton Wolverton, and Daniel Houston. You can watch the Texan TV News live Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. on Northland Cable Channel 9. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Maci Ramer. Tune in on Monday for the latest news from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.